No,
Ingram,
I'm saying you should have a conversation
Mr.
with
Ingram,
them.
I'm living in New York. I am in New York right now talking to you.
And are you telling
This
me?
is
Are
where
you
I
telling
live
me?
from
Hold on, hold on.
2021.
Hold on. The person living in New York right now, are you telling me that your quality of life that you can live in Jamaica, you're living the same in the US?
Better.
Better.
And let me tell you something. I'm coming back home. I am coming back home because I've seen prosperity now in my country.
Mr. Ingram,
So me
90%
come back
of
home.
look here, Mr. Ingram,
Listen.
90. Hold on, let me say something. Do me a beg, no. Mr. Ingram,
Yes.
99 out of 100 people go foreign. No, but if you live, you know, and the sweet life, go there, where then go see catch
Better
them
opportunity. Better opportunity.
Mr. Ingram, them
Yes.
go there figure look. You make me talk, no man. Then go there figure look at life to come back and live the life what they want to live in their country.
Yes.
But some of them go there and just get hooked and decide to stay.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Thank you, Rusty.
What they do is make a
Rusty,
sacrifice.
me come
What
collect
they
some
all they
money and
simply
carry
do is
back
to
come
make
to my
a
country,
sacrifice.
come build up me
They make a
place.
sacrifice. What they do, sir, learn this. Learn this. What they
So, Mr.
do
Ingram,
is
you
to make a
bumbo clock, we can't deal with
sacrifice.
it, man. You chat too much shit.
What they do is to make a sacrifice, sir. You need
Rusty.
to understand that. They make a
Rusty.
sacrifice.
Rusty.
Yeah.
From
What
morning, I
one?
call you. Me vex
Morning,
with who?
morning,
Me
Dan.
vex with Philippians. Me vex with Marcia. Me vex with Joshua. I have been off all this time and nobody even said, dog, our kid, how you do? Me reach out to you and no answer me. I want to sit down and waste
Jesus
time with
Christ.
Mr. Ingram.
That's a labor rights day, man. That's a labor rights day. Don't worry, my friend. That's a labor rights day.
Orchid, darling. Orchid.
Joshua, wanna sit down and waste the time with Mr. Ingram and ever say, our kid, how you do? I haven't seen you in ages. What happened?
That's a labor rights day.
I passed you over already one day, so I know you well.
No, when you see me over ready.
That's a labor rights day. Don't worry yourself.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You know, talk about how you stay, Mr. Ingram. You come talk about us labor.
And Orchid.
Oi.
I would never call your dog darling. If I'm going to call your dog, it has to be a poodle.
Arcade,
Yes, honey.
let me personally apologize. I have been delinquent and I am sorry.
Please call me Rusty. I'm not in Jamaica, you know. That's why I've not been on.
Oh, I see. All right, me go touch with you.
You don't have
Alright.
Hold on. Outside of US, outside Jamaica, you don't have Wi-Fi?
Ingram, me not have
Ingram,
time to
look
sit
here.
down and listen to your
Look
garbage.
here.
No,
Stop your
me
little
not have no
dog.
Wi-Fi if
Stop
I'm
your
not
little-
at home. I don't have any Wi-Fi, and this thing where you're making out like America is a
hold
better
on.
rule.
In
Stop
Jamaica,
it.
hold on. In
Stop
Jamaica, we have Wi-Fi whether we are at home or not. And
Jamaica is
we have
my
a small
home. That's
plan.
where I
We have
live.
small plans in Jamaica that can give us
Listen,
Wi-Fi in home
I
and on the
live
road.
God
in
for Andrew
Jamaica.
Holness. Well, I
I
know.
live in
Thank God for
Jamaica. I
Andrew
not live
Holness.
nowhere else other than Jamaica.
Andrew Holness
I'm
make we have
visiting the
Wi-Fi
United
everywhere we
States.
go.
Mr.
I'm
Ingram.
Everywhere we
visiting.
go. Everywhere we go now, we have Wi-Fi because of Andrew Holness. Thank God. Shower,
That lady in the
yes.
US.
Shower,
She have Wi-Fi
yes.
at home
Shower.
and she don't have it on the road.
Mr. Ingram, you see what you're doing
Mr.
now?
Ingram,
Mr. Ingram, you know what you're doing right now? It's very consistent with a dog with flea scratching. Hold on, brother. Let me finish what I'm saying, man. No jump in yet. Wait there. What you're doing right now with your up, skip, and a jump attitude and what you're saying and not saying is consistent with the dog when I have out a door there, where every time the flea them bite him, he move to a different spot, but you don't move the flea them. You move with the flea them.
Mr. Ingram, I am listening to him. I'm mentally not make sense because the things that you're defending, I cannot begin to understand. We must stop being a hypocrite, you know.
Hypocrisy to his highest.
We must stop being hypocrite. We must stop being die-hearted. Yes, honey bunny. Hey.
If you ask Mr. Ingram to be a hypocrite, hold on, excellent. If you ask Mr. Ingram to stop being a hypocrite, it's like asking a dog to stop barking.
Exactly.
Because you don't know to stop being hypocrites.
Yeah, I'm not cutting his season, but I kind of get upset, so I go run a one music.
Wow, you kind of get upset no dark right now.
Can play. Alright,
and you and
you
Joshua,
play.
I'm not cuss no bad one.
Let me tell you what I want you play next after you play this.
Matthew Samoda. You know I come down there.
Matthew Samoda.
Like I had the other day, them find sitting new for try. And to hold next him, I give the youth a better life. And to hold him love the country, could pick an other side. JLPNP Clash. People say two,
Mr. Ingram, listen carefully. Sure.
Me here say if you watch the independent seat.
Watch this independent.
Me say if you watch the independent seat.
I think green a team of get years man.
Me say that car them draw.
Muddy boy for pull up.
Alright.
Me say if you watch the independent seat.
I saw green a team.
Big tune.
If you not talk, we not gonna hear the song. Put
Some
it
green up here, some green go up and one.
Hold on. Mute everybody. Lexi, mute everybody and replay this song.
Anyway, come down there. Sure, like I had the other day, them find sitting new for try. Andrew Hall next him, I give the youth a better life. And to all him love the country, could pick another side. JLP, I will swear power life. People say two said no in a PNP, yeah. No couple show, man, no everybody dog. Lion, no perfect dog. A show and a killer, no one B-side to your man to give them what they want. Them live by your name, make them tell you what they want. The country, I set a life, I that them never want. Who listen regular, circulate the whole place, and not just when champion I go on. Andrew. Make them move and go.
Them to know one part the island say.
Cause I show a lot of place here I want that before we taste them dry. Then they give with the strength. The comrades
never think about it. A bag of on the top we just sing about it, don't it?
we buy the rum of them drink about it. I see them go and watch how who going. Sure. People say to we said no in a PNP, yeah.
Big tune that you saying.
But I have a song about saying, no. I don't want a little young youth, the younger generation, them, you know. A little.
Yes, you know. If I must represent for most honorable and Jones. Anyway, guys, right? I'm Jones, Mr. Them Power, yo.
They are the top.
You want win it, feel much stronger. Yeah, we da bring it, JLP, straight to the top. Can't limit, burn the country every day and not be a minute. You want who that got some we a go flop. Them a mimic, anything we say we a go do. Yeah, we did it. To the country we always a give it. Better leader by far, when they sing it, when we say. And you own
Let's go with it.
and you only so win it. And you only so win it. JLP and to the top, and I limit, come and spread the most on the
Somebody back, pull up.
look right, don't give me. Serious
Pull it out.
don't give me. Don't put the X by the pants to the green. And you only so win it. And you pants to the yes, you know, I must represent for the most honorable and Jones. Anyway, guys, right? And Jones, Mr. Them Power, yo.
They are the top, we are win it.
Feel much stronger. Yeah, we da bring it JLP straight to the top. Not a limit, burn the country every day and not be a minute. You want who that we have a flop, never limit. Anything we say we have a do, yeah we did it. To the country we always a give it. Better leader by far, when you sing it, come we say. And you own it, so win it. And you own it, so win it.
Rather dead than a comrade.
JLP and to the top, and on the limit, come and spread the most on the rebel one, so win it. The youth them future, look
Right down, dim it.
serious party in charge, don't give me. Don't put the X on the pens to the
Yo, the youth them future look bright. PNP don't dim it.
to only so win it. JLP and to the top, and on the limit, come and spread the most on the rebel one, so win it. The youth them future, look bright, don't give me. Serious party in charge, don't give me. Don't put the X on the pens
I
to the
can see Mr. Ingram you dance to him music.
win it. And you only so win it. The most on the rebel.
Is it Tuesday election I call December 11th, that true?
We don't sure. And we don't
Oh, yeah,
Me
look
say
here.
that call December 11th, that true?
Look here.
Yeah, all PMP must go and vote December 11.
Yeah,
Okay,
PNP.
all PMP, yes.
We go vote December 11.
See you
So
away.
you don't hear anything?
Look here, man. You think
beside
I
the
tried that? You
Only
think I
hear
tried
anything?
that? Ingram, you think I
Him not
tried
call
that?
it.
We
Him
can't
not
have
call
one.
it.
That be foolish, man. A 1 whole year we have. What am I call it now for? I don't want to have so much work to do.
We are not going to
Okay.
go and serve this truck, man. We're not ready.
Okay.
A September now until September 1 year. Why would he call it now? Down now, man.
Okay. Okay.
Rusty, I have a question for Mr. Ingram.
Go ahead.
And I think Doctor something, right, had kind of gone there a little bit. Mr. Ingram, don't you find it strange that 1 month before the release of the document from the Integrity Commission, a high-ranking member of the People's National Party was able not only to state definitively, he said it will. He never said that we expect. He said it will be. And he gave the month and the week that the Integrity Commission was going to submit the document. He gave the month and the week, in advance. And in fact, he went as far as to say,
welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com as well as
Mr. Clash,
Mr. Waters
Mark Clash
was rescued while the search continues.
I'm not a moderator.
Right. No, and then he went further, having said that it will be released on a particular month, at least a month in advance. He said it, and he said we expect election to be called as a result of that. So comrades must get themselves ready, because there'll be an early election, and they were writing about illicit aid. They never said alleged. They said illicit aid, and no government, whether it be in the Caribbean or anywhere in the rest of the world, would be able to stand up if they found themselves in that situation. So you expect that election will be called. And secondly, the GenSec of the People's National Party, which is another high-ranking member, spoke definitively that we know that the document will be released, and less than 24 hours later. So 2 members of the People's National Party were able to say in advance that this is going to happen before it happened. Don't you find it strange?
Joshua. Joshua.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think what you're saying, and think the point you're putting through, and see though something classic came out of the point you're making. Because look here.
I'm answering you.
I'm answering you. I find it very strange. But listen, this is what I find strange. If the man in that commission is a PNP and he's leaking information, then tell me something. Why would he only leak to say what was going to happen? Why wouldn't he also leak that 5 of the persons there are PNP who are being investigated?
Hold on.
He's leaking to the PNP.
Hold on.
He's
Mr.
leaking
Ingram.
to the PNP.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram.
Yes.
I'm glad you went there, and I like when you both bouncers, because I get to dispatch them over the boundary.
Yes.
Right?
You can't dispatch. You can't dispatch bouncers. You have to leave it over there. You can't dispatch bouncers.
Hold on, man.
You can't dispatch bouncers.
Hold on. I work with Garden Greenwich and Viv Richards.
You're obviously not a cricketer. Go on, continue. You're not a
Right.
cricketer. You don't understand.
No.
So you never seen no bouncer get dispatched?
You have to leave it, man. You have to assist it over. You can't
I'm
dispatch
tired
it.
to see Chris Gayle get dispatch bouncer. What you talking about?
Continue.
So who don't know cricket now? Huh?
You.
So the question that I would all right. So you said if the person was a PNP, I never went there, and I'm glad you did, because you introduced that. So therefore means that
it is said that the PNP and the commission is giving information.
no, it's not the PNP. It is one of the 3 PNPs on the commission.
Yes. One of them is giving information. So I'm saying, based on what you're saying now,
don't
something wrong with the conversation.
No, hold on, sir. You asked me a question. I'd love the opportunity to respond. Right?
Go ahead.
Now, wouldn't it be plausible to think that the reason the PNP were so confident, because Julian Robinson said it, that based on the information that is coming forward, that he expects to come forward, it is going to force, he used the word force, Prime Minister to call early election. You remember that
That's
statement?
correct. That's of course that I remember the
All
statement.
right. All right. So
Joshua, not only say that. 1 second, Joshua. He said gonna be damaging information to the Prime Minister.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
all right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and that says all right by me. So wouldn't it be fair to say that based on his understanding of what was presented to him, the leaked information presented to the GenSec and to Julian, they thought that this information would be certain to be coming forward? And because when we read what came out of the commission, that the director of investigation was pressing for the Prime Minister to be charged, and so he might have leaked that information and said, listen me, come to me, I'm going to make sure that he's charged, and forgot to correct the information. Hence the overconfidence on the part of these two high-ranking members. But guess who spoiled the party?
No.
The lady who was in charge of referring prosecution, she said that there was not enough information here.
So the person, hold on. So the person who is in charge of referring the thing, are you suggesting that from the IC, they all speak isolatedly? That's what you're saying? That's what you're suggesting? That they speak isolatedly?
Hold on. Well, the mere fact that they couldn't agree on what to be done with the PM, do you think that they were speaking uniformly?
No, man. No. What it goes to show is that the whole argument is going around is pure speculation and rumors. Will it make no sense?
So you would agree then? Hold on. So let me agree with you for a minute. Hold on. So let me agree with you then. So this argument that the PNP is trying to put forward, that the leak came from the Speaker of the House, is pure speculation, right?
The PNP didn't say it come from the Speaker of the House.
Oh, you mean the PNP didn't say that?
No.
It is on record, the PNP saying it. Record.
I remember Dayton Campbell said, I get an argument this man from a JLP man. And him say, when you go and face one parish, you must call to Andrew Holness, my late Janet Holness, and the other persons. I said, I put it in. He didn't mention the Speaker.
Sir, I'm not talking about a JLP.
When you go down the country, please call to and him name the 5 person. That's how he put it.
Sir,
remember?
I am telling you what the GenSec himself said.
I'm referring to the GenSec. I'm referring to what the GenSec said.
Sir, I am referencing the GenSec.
When you go down so, tell Mr. Man they say they call to and then call the 5 name. That's what he did.
That's not what I'm referring to. That's not what I'm referring to. The GenSec in an interview definitively claimed that there are 3 members of the JLP there, right? And it must be one out of the 3.
That's a different argument. That's a different conversation.
Sir? So all right, let us agree with you that it's a different conversation. So you would call that rumor also on the part of the GenSec? If that's a different conversation?
That's why I'm saying when you summarize the whole thing.
No, I'm asking you yes or no.
Yes, just right, rumor. When you summarize the whole thing.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad for your honesty.
The whole thing makes sense.
Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just have good afternoon, everybody. I just want to ask one question. Coming up on the work still. I want something to ask. Suggest to Mr. Ingram. Mr. Ingram, I asked me the gun pass already, but you just coming at the box, Mr. Say to you. The finance minister, Mr. Nigel Clark, to the position of Mr. Nike, I will put things in the context. To the position of Mr. Nigel Clark in the IMF. He cannot go to America. I live on this.
The background very nice.
That's some breeze on the background outside there at the workplace. Are you hear me now?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, I'm saying, Mr. Nigel Clark, the Dr. Nigel Clark, the position what he get in that job in the at IMF, he cannot go to America and live a less life. Must be a better life. on the other hand, no, you have other people left Jamaica.
No, it's not the less life. Hold on,
Listen up, listen up, Mr. Ingram.
It's not the less life. Hold on, man. I'm not less life. I'm not less life. I didn't say less life. So continue. I didn't say less life.
Yes, but you have other people leave Jamaica, go abroad. I might be doing so good like all some of the teachers and the nurses them. They go there and do less than what they was doing in Jamaica, live a less life in America than went in Jamaica. You go for some of those people. But a job like the IMF job what Mr. Clark is taking, can't go there and live better less than when he was living in Jamaica. I mean, I see that's possible. So let me say.
Hold on. Let's look at it right now. The Minister of Finance in Jamaica right now enjoy the luxury of a ministerial position. He's chauffeur driven. He have full security. His salary is equivalent to the Prime Minister and near to the Prime Minister. And he's a minister. When he stepped into Washington DC, who is seen as?
Everything we just mentioned a while ago, Mr. Ingram, going to double. You're going to get even more.
Mr. Ingram. Mr. Ingram.
I tell you.
Mr. Ingram. Bad mind.
Yes.
Hold on. Mr. Ingram.
Bad mind.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, good afternoon, Chromers.
Bless up, Joshua.
Let me just say something to you. In Jamaica, it is not mandatory, right? That's the word I'm looking for. It is not mandatory that the Minister of Finance has to meet with world leaders. But in that capacity at the IMF, it is mandatory that he will now be a part of that chef de mission, right? So in other words, the chief of the mission team are part of the leadership core that visits country and do assessment and all of those things. You would think that someone who would have such a prestigious role, right, and having to go all over the world, it is now mandatory, whereas previously there's an option here in Jamaica wherein the Prime Minister or the Minister of Foreign Affairs, or unless it's within the capacity as Minister of Finance, he would not necessarily have to. But now with his new role, it is mandatory. You want to tell me that the IMF would not look after its own? You know, and there are not certain perks that come with it.
You know, frankly,
I'm just asking you, and I have another question, a follow-up question to that when you answer.
And I'm asking you if you agree that his quality of life that he lives in Jamaica, as Dr. Clark, when he stepped there, is the equivalent. He's gonna be enjoying the equivalent. That's what you're suggesting? Yes.
Yes, of course, I'm more.
Better.
Cannot less.
Sir,
anyway, I got your foot at the box.
Mr. Ingram.
Come more.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram.
Yeah, man.
As a person who now has to meet with world leaders, wherein previously that was not the case. Not only will he have to be provided security in the country that he's domiciled in, right, which means that the country that he will have to stay in and work in, but wherever he goes in the world, that country will now have to also provide security details for him, right? In addition to that, because they were the one who offered him the job and he didn't want to look it. Usually when people are offering you something.
That is one aspect, you know.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Because he's not the one who looked the job, he never went seeking the job. They saw something that they thought that they could use. Usually when people are offering you a job and they think that you're such a talent that they need, whether it be locally or internationally, they sweeten the pot, right? And they make sure that they give you better than what you were getting in order to draw you or to attract you, because they are the one who is seeking you. Don't you agree that that's normally the case? And I'm not just talking about governmental.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Right. So you do agree then that the argument that you posited really is inconsistent with same, right?
No. I'm simply asking the question.
All right. Having asked the question, do you stand by your argument? Having asked the question, do you then stand by your argument that if someone is going to offer you all of those sweeteners to entice you away from something that you were getting that you are comfortable
You're missing it.
They would have to come better than you were.
You're
No,
missing
sir,
it.
I am not missing it. I
Joshua,
believe
let me ask him
I
one
would
question.
suggest to you, sir, I would suggest to you humbly that you are the one who is missing it. And you need to recalibrate and come again.
Joshua, let me ask him one
You're missing it.
question.
I
Mr.
think
Ingram,
this is kind of waste of time now. Kind of thing.
exactly, because Joshua could preach from now till next year. You still find every means and ways to rebut.
Yeah.
Because hello my friend.
Annoying.
I am not a robot. Hello, sweetie. I'm not a robot, sweetie. I'm not
I
a
never
robot.
said you're a
Rest assured.
robot. I said
Okay.
rebut.
We can't tell him a nice goodbye right now.
Jeez and peace. I never say you're a robot. I say you find every means
No,
and
you're
reason
missing.
to
No,
rebut.
I'm saying. Hold
It's
on,
not
man.
missing the point.
You miss. When I say I'm not a robot, it means that I don't just fall suit. I stand at my own. I can make
You
my own
stand on
point
your
and
own,
stand by
but
them.
you talk rubbish. Because if somebody's offered something,
Hello,
let
you're
others-
entitled to my
Sir.
lady. You're entitled to your opinion, and you can
Sir,
expose
you know
it
what I
anytime.
noticed with you? You know what I noticed with you? You don't listen, and you like to overtalk everybody. And
No, man, you
see,
spoke and I respond to what you said. You
No,
spoke and I
you
respond to
allowed
what you
me to
said.
speak because I was not finished talking.
But you spoke
Can't give
something
me
with a
sign
point.
a nice welcome
Mr.
send
Ingram,
off.
let me tell you something about the lady here talking to you. I am not somebody that allow or take talk down to easily, and I'm not somebody
So who's talking down to you?
all
Who's
right.
talking down to you?
Let me rephrase my statement. I'm not
Who's talking
somebody.
down to you? Who's talking
Sir,
down to you?
sir. You hear
No,
how I address you?
who is talking down
Just
to
let
you? I'm
me
after.
finish speaking. I said let
But
me
you
rephrase
mean
my
a
statement.
statement?
So mute.
Okay.
Why you don't
Okay.
mute that man and make him
I said let me
mute him,
rephrase
man.
my
Wanna mute the
statement.
man.
What does that mean?
Mute him and then make we have a conference. Him don't want you to
Exactly,
talk.
because
I
he's
understand.
getting
I
me
understand it.
annoyed.
Mute
I
him,
understand it
mute
to
him.
mean withdraw. I understand it to mean withdraw.
Okay, so why you keep? I'm not somebody who
Well, make this man
can be
play with the
bullied.
emotion.
I then I'm a courtroom. I one person want to talk at a time.
Can I get
Hello,
a second to say
And
something?
I need
Go
the
ahead,
young,
Floyd.
I need the lady to
You
finish her
love wood
statement.
feed. You
Hello,
love wood
I am
feed.
speaking.
Thank you.
Right now, Mr. Ingram, me tired of you. Me gone. God no. No, make a fast statement,
I
man.
want to see you.
I waste of time.
Who gone?
No, I want to see you, Rusty.
All right, Mr. Ingram, you see, if you were talking,
If Noy, please. I need the nice lady to finish her statement. She was making a point, and I want to hear it.
No, the point I was making, coming back to Dr. Clark, is when he said if he would have a better quality of life coming to the United States. And I made a comment in the comment section, and I said, he was invited. When somebody invites you, it means that preparation has been made for you. And it must be something that's worthwhile and worth his time. Why he would give up what he has in Jamaica to come here. So he's talking as if coming to America, he will get treated like a piece of you know what. He would never settle or allow himself to be treated badly. He would never, he's not a little common dog honing for something or hunting for something. So when you're there lamenting and getting on and talking about life, I just cannot fathom, I cannot begin to understand where you're going. We need to understand where you're going, where this conversation, where you're taking it to. I'm trying to understand. I cannot understand what you're saying.
This guy's playing with the people of emotion but the thing because I can't get around to the guy and still in an argument with him, so I'm gonna see where that worked.
Yeah, why wasting our time though? That you're right. But Evna, say what you were saying, sweetheart. So I hand over to you.
all right, Mr. Ingram, you're talking, but you're not talking logically, right? All you're trying to go around. You're not logical, right? Because as soon as Joshua would say something to you, then you would go back and change your narrative, right? So you're not being logical. All right, let me ask you something, Mr. Ingram. Do you feel that the job that Dr. Clark was doing in Jamaica, he will be treated better in the USA than how he was being treated in Jamaica? Can you just answer that question, please?
Okay, beautiful. I'm now back on. Yes, they will be treated better. The question I ask, is if his standard of quality of life that he enjoys in Jamaica, will he enjoy the same one in the US? That's the question I ask, you know.
All right.
That's the question I ask.
But
I
that
want to
is the
back you
same
up.
question
I want
with
to back you
different
up on this F
words.
now.
No, hold on. Mr. Ingram, can you please describe this quality of life that you're talking about?
It's the status you enjoy. I'm referring specifically to the status you enjoy in Jamaica as a Minister of Finance.
What is that?
They esteem the quality of his daily deportment, his involvement, the command, the respect each command when he walk into a room, things like those.
But how can we know that? And the man will start working. He must know.
Hold on, and the point I make, and that's the question I'm asking.
But look
Will
here,
he, when he walks into when he step off the place.
I make a choice. No, I am saying, sir, the educational system, it is better than way back yonder. Because even America was ranked in literacy 30 at one at a time. Jamaica standard is better and better. Yeah, it needs to be more freer. Which airport are the biggest airport in Jamaica? Right? Look what happened with the man sick and dead in the airport. Like, so is it to use? Oh, you want to use that? You want to use that incident to judge us? That's what you want to do?
Guys, could you hold the mic and let me address that issue that caller has just raised a while ago? Okay. All right, sir. Sir, pleasant good afternoon. Guys, can you mute your mic and let me address the question that the caller had asked pertaining to the man that died at Sangsters International Airport? All right. No, I am not gonna. I don't know what happened, but I can tell you.
Me and you don't know, right?
Right. I weren't there. And that's the reason why some of the time we can't be listening to all of the news that we are getting. But what I can tell you as a fact, that I was working at Sangsters International Airport and I worked there for 11 and a half years. I leave that job 2 years ago.
Okay.
And whenever you have a passenger that came on a flight or going on a flight and that passenger took sick, they dealt with that person as an emergency. Because what they usually do is to call in an ambulance. And the ambulance doesn't take long because they usually use the private ambulance, which is out by hospital. And that ambulance would come on the property on the siren. So when you hear that ambulance coming on a siren, you know that it's an emergency. However, 2006, Sangsters International was sold by the People's National Party, which is Percival James Patterson. So the airport is not owned by the government of Jamaica.
The government
Hold on, all right. 2006. Hold on. Yeah, I understand everything what you're saying.
Please listen to her explanation. You ask a question. Wait until she finish explaining then.
2006, when the airport sold or leased, it was leased for 30 years under the PNP government on a certain terms and condition. And remember that when you had a lease and there's an agreement in that lease, not until when that lease is up before you could go back and withdraw a new lease and put in certain things in place. So everything that is going on by that airport, it was already tabled by the People's National Party under the agreement. So the only thing the government can do now is to do their investigation and to find out what really had happened and to ensure that going forward, Songsters International, that's the person who are operating the airport, putting a system out there, a medical system. So we can't blame everything on the government as much. Him have a lot carrying on and things that he's not guilty of, and people must take responsibility for their action and stop blaming it on other people. Even with JPS, PNP was the one who sold out JPS under certain conditions. Now they want to blame this government for JPS. Most of what is going on is what this government inherit from the previous government.
So don't jump on and play Andrew.
Roger Clark did dead in our airport up here, and some ambulance couldn't save him.
All right, young man, there's also a medical facility on that airport.
Yes, there's a medical facility there, right? You usually have a nurse, a registered nurse that work there. So in case a passenger took sick, you usually take him in a wheelchair and send him to the nurse. The nurse would do her examination, and then if it is a case that is serious, then she would refer that patient to Cornwall Regional Hospital, or depending on where the patient want to go, they would refer that patient to Hospital. That's a private owned hospital out by Rosal. So I can tell you everything about the airport because I worked there from 2011 up until 2022.
So don't say health service is not working. Yeah, so I don't want nobody to because
But
I
did
want
anybody hear the interview with Deion Jackson Miller? She was interviewing the person that died, uncle. And he was saying that when he dropped him off, everything was all right. But for some reason,
to Spice, let the guy respond to Spice, please.
Okay, all right.
User, can you respond to Spice, please? Let me say this to you. When they send these sharks on the live, they send them come, but they don't get enough information.
Right, so you have to educate them so you don't.
Just a second.
Just a second. Put him up there, because I'm not even have no name. Not since a private account him have.
Let me say this. He is not living in the state as long as I am, and I can know what's going on in Jamaica. So he is an asshole. He's one of those from the pond that they send with
I saw them send him over here all the time.
My 2 cents on that. You see, when God get ready for you, no matter anywhere you're there, you could have been in a plane, you could have been in a ship, you could have been in a walk up and down. When God ready for you, you feel dead, you are dead.
All right, well, let me say this. Let me say this.
Hold on, let me just put in. Spice, hold on. Roger Clark dead in our airport, right? I must in Miami in a wheelchair. And no ambulance couldn't save Roger Clark. So make them move and allow Jamaica about him not living. Make him move.
All right, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna say.
I don't want nobody come out of way anymore.
Right. Exactly. I am gonna say something right now. A lot of time, my previous experience working at the airport, a lot of time passenger came down on the flight and they came down as a dead person.
Sit again.
They took sick on the flight and they died on the flight. So why is it they don't talk to the airline who operated the airline and said, okay, they should put in a system on the flight where they have a medical doctor on the flight also. Why they don't do that? Because a lot of time passengers came on the flight and before the flight landed, they died. They took sick on the flight and they died.
But Spice, no, that's one shock that because it's for the education.
By the time you experience, by the experience something switch to the point where we want to get to. No, because he knows he was going to get some intelligent answers. But he never really want that. He wanted to touch something when we want to think we couldn't answer.
Yeah,
so
you by the time you for education
question. Him gone to airport.
That's why sometimes when I have to care up some of them.
Yes.
Unruly, you can't tell me don't care up somebody else, you know.
Him not even did wait for Ian done explain, you know. All of a sudden, him leave the education and gone to airport. We must know the sharp them, man.
No, never know. So somebody was on the live that knew everything about the airport.
When you say 11 years of experience,
11.5 years,
11.5 experience at the airport, I saw him disappear. He can't beat you now. He thought that
11.5 years I worked
he thought that we never got an answer. So
and
when I decided to tell him about America, because America is rated as one of the 30 adults illiteracy in the world. America wasn't it. America not right.
Hello. When so much people are talking, and the life is cause a confusion. So I'm gonna give one at a time. First, you cannot butt into another person's conversation. I'm giving. It's hard to listen when so much people talking at once. So I'm going to give Spice Girl the floor right now. Say what you want to say, Spice Girl.
Okay. I was saying that a lot of time people. All right. Some of the people that are making some assumption and praying to false narratives about their country. These Jamaicans that live here under the PNP, because there was no future here for them and they had to migrate. They are the same one who coming out to slamming the government as if when they leave here, Jamaica was better than now. And they must be honest with themselves, because I have a lot of relatives abroad. I even have my daughter over there in college over there. And I can tell you, America is not a bed of roses. America is not doing better than us as a first world country. So why these people keep on putting down Jamaica and make it seems and make it sounds as if we are worse than 80? When I heard one previous member, caretaker that was running for the Jamaica Labour Party in Northeast Sentence, made a statement to say that if Jamaica Labour Party won, Jamaica will turn into a 80. Where these people come from? Where these people come from? And you see, people who do not read a lot and do not go out and see what is really take place, these are the persons who fall prey to these narratives that is going around. So when they come on the live and they ask a question, you don't run them. You take time out to tell them, because when them feel shame, you know, them have to run. So you give them something to run with.
You have a point.
Yes, you give them something to run with, because remember, you know, we are two different people. Most supporters who support the People's National Party, they don't vote based on policies. They are for the betterment of the country. They vote based on what they can collect in their hand and the party color.
What they can get for the party color, yeah.
They're voting for Comrade, because Mark Golin even came in and changed the name from Comrade to Comrade. And when you are gonna select a leader, you have to clean out your hair. If your hair full of wax, you have to clean out your hair, because you have to listen carefully. You have to look at their appearance. You have to look at their actions, and you have to listen, because remember, when you go to that polling station and you dip your finger in that ink, whatsoever you get, you can't blame anybody, because you were the one who voted for it.
And it will last you about 5 years, 4 years.
So if you have somebody who is talking about Tapanaris, what that is saying to you, that we are Tapanaris and we are with Tapanaris are going to run this country.
That means a big shot. Everybody should know that. That's what it means.
Oh, okay.
No Tapanaris friend them.
Next one.
Spice, you see my golden shirt today? Dear God.
No, I wasn't looking at it.
Yep, a picture, me see my love. Anyway, I want, unruly, me not have none much to say. Me just want to ask one question. Like when we have our conference, because true, me never watch them, me not watch them thing, you know. So me just ask anybody who is here, who watched it today. Like when we have our conference, there's a section in the arena. Somebody mute, Spice Girl mute, or somebody unruly.
Alright.
I'm getting a feedback. Mute your mic, Spice. It's still not mute. Yeah, there's a section in the arena that they put that they section off a VIP section specifically for dignitaries. Because last year, like the US ambassador, you see some, quality persons, and they sit in that area. I want to ask if those people, if any dignitaries were at the PNP conference today.
Can I answer?
Yes,
Can I answer?
yes,
No.
Okay.
They don't have no class. There was nobody them could identify. When Andrew come in at any meeting him up, there's always dignitary, and him always try and shake them hand and then go up on the thing. They doesn't have that. And because of that, it's an unruly behavior and it's an unruly all the way. Yes. They don't have that class, sir, madam. None.
Okay,
None.
Mr. Roden, thanks. That's my question. Somebody else can take the floor. Ian.
So my little pieces, boy, as we say, and I like what Spice says. She's right, and we are not the same in the sense of our mindset. The people that attract to the JLP is people who really have a sense of believing that we must help ourselves. And all we want, some of us in that as Jamaicans, even though I live abroad for years and my family abroad, is that you just wanted a push and a start. And Bruce saw that and said it all the time, and Siaga said that we can refer back to him, that just give the person a start and they will help themselves. We believe we're teaching a man a fish than to give him a fish. So we have a different policy. So as she said, when you see them comes up with them thing, you can pick them up as them come in and the way them ask a question. Just try and answer them intelligently. And I like that when at one of them person they have a way of asking a question. What do you see going on in the country? A good way to find them out. What do you find in the country that is benefiting your family or your life? And when you see them start tear that down, then you know so you can shut them off. Anytime them can't find nothing good to say is going on for the country, in all of what's happening in the country, time to let them go. Because they mean so they are come to tear down. Yeah, that's my saying. So just try to, give them a chance and give them something to go back home with. Because they will shut up. That's my word. Yeah, because we are helping others in doing so.
Tell the truth, mother like to hear your reviews, my boss.
Yeah, I'm going to boss. Well, I know, maybe I pray everything still and, I have fight politics long time, I'm realize something with PNP. So you need to understand how PNP work. And you see, if you don't understand, we are choke ourselves all the way over them. If we don't answer them work. Now PNP bring down Siaga. And to be honest, he couldn't back election in Jamaica because of what PNP did to him. And that is true. And when PNP go to any podium, them never deliver a message. Because them tear down Siaga, so them can't win, can balance above Siaga. Bruce Golding came and, get the good support. What them do, you do and bring him down. That's all? All right, good. Andrew came across now. And PNP spend the last year with a name us as something else to bring him down. At this point, when you believe me, the PNP is as scared as all they can be. Because the PNP do not want to face Andrew. Why? Because at this point, the PNP know that they're not doing enough to bring Andrew. Andrew's still strong. And they know that the Labour Party, they behind Andrew 100%. And they are scared. This is why you have Call the Andrew Call It. This is why you have JLP and Mado. These are things that they discuss in them group to say, if we can push a word out enough and it can stick, then we can get some little momentum. And that's how PNP work. So when I hear Andrew Call It, then they don't really want to call now. They don't want to call. So believe me. But it's just a thing where them use gimmicks, some sarcasm and intimidation. They say if them can intimidate enough, them can get it done. You understand? I saw them work. But because Andrew not drink him tea when he hot, them man drinking tea very, very warm. So Andrew no make crowd frighten him, and that's why I love with him. Him no jumpy. You understand? So what I say is right now, when me live under PNP MP here, literally if you walk from one district to one to get right, because the road was so bad. Dayton Campbell was my MP, and the worst MP me ever had in my life. Not even Birchell White man name so bad. I grew up under Birchell White man. Right, and when we get Dayton Campbell, so no man, the man I feel if you can't keep him, and trust me, everybody came and we vote him out. You understand? Me I watch news and me see people in a push us in the constituency I cry, then can't afford toilet, then can't afford nothing. It was under PNP, you know. Me see tax, me see Ankiat man get tax, me see party get tax, me see everything get tax, and all of a sudden, PNP I pretend like say them come from Mars. And then then just appear on the scene. PNP all of a sudden them are angels and them are this PNP thief they won campaign funds and up until now they can't find it. Right? And all of a sudden these people are angels. All of a sudden them say Andrew a thief. Ask one PNP what Andrew thief. If not gonna answer you. Them say Andrew ask PNP tell me what Andrew thief. Don't wait for the answer because them not gonna answer you.
But ask one more time and they never answer back.
They just open to put some words out there and open stick. Right? Now today Vibes cause they will shun them plan. They don't have none. So the whole bias card thing, I just feel get the hype and me shun what they not have. And if you understand how people work, you know, it's actually see them work with enough. Say, all right, yeah, what people, we don't have enough plan. Because we can't talk about Andrew and the thing because the IC don't come out and it seems like him thing clear. We can't talk about the 6 because right now we in the 5. So yeah, we need some distraction. And cartel come in, but we're not worried about cartel for. When you feel like cartel make people election, not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. So that's not a problem. And when Tuesday come, every PNP right now afraid. But I feel like them not afraid. So what they know that they flood the internet with gimmicks and all this sarcasm thing. But the thing about it now, what I like is that the labor bloggers them we are sure about CCN. But no watch the market and the nice and all this one PNP. But call Andrew call it. PNP no one election call. Them can't even cancel by election. Remember, you're leading poll. That means you're sure about a win. You're leading the poll. So therefore, it was walking anyway and win because you lead poll. Now, if you can contest a simple by-election, it means, brother, you're scared. Because you lead poll. If you lead the poll, don't be scared. Take a by-election and go win it. Because you lead the poll. It's simple. But when you come with Andrew Carlit and Madot and these are them WhatsApp group, MP people, just post online to JLP and Madot and hope they work. Just post online to people.
You know what your name is? Tell what? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know, say intelligent. Tell the truth.
You're licking your right on the head. Tell me
summarize everything and tell the truth.
Yeah,
yes, me blog. The moment we started to blog was from 2016. Because 2004, I'm over for Andrew. I never lose. And from I started to blog from that time, Andrew never lost election. Two time ever vote and was 269 at the pandemic. At them time I started vote. I'm never interested in voting. And Andrew I started vote. I started to blog from them time. And me just, yeah, me study PNP. So they don't scare me, they don't frighten me. Me study them and I understand who them is. Right now, Andrew, they not touch Andrew yet. And they are scared because right now they not bring no Andrew. Until them bring, trust me, if they don't bring no Andrew right now, they don't show with election. They show they don't win. But the leader is still standing and that's their issue. The leader is still standing.
And pertaining to what you are saying, let me just add my 2 cents to that. Right now, something not right with Mark Golin. Because he's not telling the truth. Because right now, Jamaican don't know where this man from, which planet this man came from. This man don't come out. This man don't come out. I show people say, this is my birth certificate. I was born here.
Born here. Why not show that?
You understand?
Obama
did bring his birth certificate, to show the American people, When Trump were accusing Obama to say that Obama wasn't American born, he came out with his facts. And I saw Mark Golin an interview where they interview him and he's twisted every time he's twisted. Right. And based on what he's saying and with 2 passports, you know that man is telling a lie.
No, in the born here, I'm telling you, darling, I could have put my life on it.
And guess what happened? The PNP followers them so fool. I talk say the man mother is a black woman. The man mother go on Google.
I'm mother slave master. Go
on Google.
He showed his mother since there.
His mother is a white woman.
But
his
said
mother
that.
was born in England, and she's a white woman from an Australian mother.
Oh, yeah.
He's a
But
white
he said
man
that.
from an
But he said.
Australian mother.
He said that.
Beg you one
He said
second.
that.
Beg you 1 second. My question is this: can we demand to see his birth certificate and Ireland?
Jamaican people can demand. We would have to go out there and protest. We would have to go out there and protest to say that we are not feeling comfortable.
Him denounce him something.
That's what him said. But we
need
can't
to say.
believe that, because remember that he's not telling the truth. Remember that this man had him assets offshore, and did not declare most of his assets to the IC, but yet he was certified.
Overseas account, me that one know.
Right, you know what we need to demand? We need to demand the IC to go, because they are corrupt. And we cannot have corruption probing corruption. We cannot have corruption probing corruption. Mark Golding hid his assets offshore, and he did not declare his assets, but yet he was certified. Under what ground he certified?
Spice Girl, one of the things that shocked me, he said that he met his wife in dancehall, and they said into life.
And when I watch him on an interview, and he said that he met his wife when they were going to school.
And that is
so
a
every
lie.
minute this man changing mouth, so we have to be careful.
The wife was 15 when she got pregnant.
Jack, be careful. Somebody in front of the court for that. Be careful. Anyway,
so it was alleged. It was alleged.
Just leave the part there alone. But
Yes.
you know, say cartel probably do us a favor today, because I see a lot of, especially on Twitter, there are a lot of undecided persons who never decide their mind to go either there nor there. And because of what he did, some people kind of make up their mind today and say, no, we can't. I cannot find myself voting for this party.
It be little.
But God is answering prayer.
Yeah,
because remember,
they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I'm praying for spirit of confusion, and for the enemy, whatsoever they plan for the prime minister, it must unfold back to them 7 times forth.
Right.
So they're gonna fight.
After today.
They're gonna fight against themselves.
Right.
And them
After
go to
today
their
conference.
own enemies.
Yeah, they shoot themselves in them foot. Thank you.
Right. When you are fighting people, and God is in the vessel, then you're gonna turn on your own self. You're gonna flip up somewhere. Because them said the more the monkey climb, the more he expose.
Yeah, man, I think a lot of persons, well, to what I was reading over X,
yes,
you have some people who are saying, no,
But you know why?
That's why I asked in the question if he had dignitaries, because no matter when you have undecided people, no want to go back to where it was coming from, especially corporate, people who invest their money, business people, them don't want to go back there.
No, corporate business don't want to go there.
Who is you can take down what's of the life, please.
Watson?
Yes. Take her off the life.
I blocked her.
Okay.
Corporate business put their money where they know that the country won't fall apart and they lose them investment. Nobody wants a country that will crash.
Yes.
Nobody wants a country
Let me
not
say
growing.
something about Mark Golding I the massacre. If I can. Because in the Integrity Commission Act, the Jaffa, a part in the act where they can hide the money in a trust fund and they cannot investigate it.
I do it, yeah. You can't hide and they can't touch you.
Yeah.
But
Andrew could do it too, but Andrew
no, Andrew pay money in a trust fund, but Andrew not do that. Andrew declares. That's the difference between Andrew and him.
Okay.
Money Andrew as money in a trust fund. He has money in a trust fund and Andrew declare it and him down the field. So they can talk about that all the time. Yeah? When you not talk, always declare that. Andrew has his money in trust fund too. Andrew declare his, he has money and him don't declare his. So it show you who is honest and who is loyal.
Right.
Yeah, I get a black too.
Boy, the board this conference is never say, boy, I pay sleep. You see people asleep.
Yeah.
You know, if a conference or a confusion, but one of them.
But I pay bad man me here what I pay bad man from
Ali, she got him. But talk pure garbage.
The man said time comfy, all the things Andrew do already. I don't know what I'm talking about.
nothing good them say, nothing good out of them.
Let me tell you, women may use a thing, you know. Women say him about thing and I'm truth. And right now the doctor can make up and say him sick all the time and treat him for things, whatever no. If you sick and you come out with him there, you don't even take a time for rest. Every day him dey on social media and they all over the place and him say something in him truth we can affect him. Him supposed to rest and relax himself.
Yo.
And you go on. You're showing me that he was a scammer too. Beat the law.
Anything never came back then, because you manage the panel, so help me black them.
Look on this thing. Then say, I never live a Britain named Lizard. And look on the man if you not come from jail for Lizard.
Iguana.
Yeah,
Guys, change that subject. Let us not go there. Let us not talk about that. Let us continue on our policies and what we are talking about and just spread the word to compare PNP, what they did to us and what is going on now.
Right, you're right.
I'd like to hear Uncle Jack's views. I haven't heard him in a long while.
Lucky wanted to say something of F9. Lucky wanted to say something.
Oh, you can go ahead, Lucky, for now.
Go ahead,
Lucky Jack come true.
I just want to say my 2 cents. What I've seen in the social media and what I saw on YouTube, because the conference was all over the YouTube and on TikTok. But you know, today is a real shock. I've never seen it before. You understand? This giving out of money for lunch money, and then almost at the end they have this big silver pan to get donation. When has that ever happened?
Yep, last conference.
Huh? Why? It seems like a shock to me.
Then
I first have ever seen this.
It happened last conference and Labor Right Custom and then come back and do the same thing this year. That means that them not have no shame.
No, but that means that they are broke. No wonder they didn't want to contest the election. You know, and this thing are talking about the leading in the poll. That is false. Clearly that is false. Because if you lead it in the polls, you understand, that will work to your advantage. That, you know, a by-election come up, you can get one more seat.
You can expect an next poll,
you know? Shanique, nobody bright yourself, my love. Hold on there, Lucky. Shanique. Hold on there. Unruly Shanique Brooks, nobody bright yourself. We no collect no offering at our conference. Don't bother bright yourself. If you want to stay in the right, so just ease yourself and not come with your look here, man. Go on with your business, you know. We not collect, we not kill this like comrade. Move from here, so. Sorry, you're Lucky.
Shani took a walk.
Yes, now help me block them now. Samara, you're in the chat. You're one of the moderators. You can help me back in the class. You know, normally come up in the box. Samara, what's it? It's here a while ago. All right, go ahead.
So them following and listening. Tell them to come, join on.
Okay. But and another thing again, they keep on promising persons. And they're not telling you how they're going to achieve what they're promising persons. That's not you. That's how you go and deliver your promises and what you're gonna. That is what I'm saying. That come in like when you have a con man come in your life and I promise you the world. You understand? And you did like the stupid woman sit down and a gullible and just take everything when I must say.
I promise you the world and him broke like dog.
I see everything I want.
Up to 20K. Get the life up to 20K.
When you start the man, you then you say, why? So you say you have that time him not the money, you know. But him a fool and I tell you say, why? Him tell you all kind of things. You understand? And you believe him. And you and him a go one and you realize down the line. So him not the money. You understand? And when you do when him not the money now, it's too late. Yes, it's too late because you're done in love with him because he promised you all these things and all them something. So that happened to the PNP people. You know, you understand? We are support. Yes, yes, because you promise him a promise you all these nice things.
And when you fall deep, you find it's a broke pocket, man. How you get pregnant, you find it's a broke pocket, boy. Do him have a job.
That time you left in the shit and you have to provide for yourself because he have nothing to give you.
Someone was saying, was the conference today, so somebody needs to answer right.
Tell right, so we are labor right over here, so we don't know. So if you want to know him, have to find one labor right, one comrade place and go find out. So we don't know everything right. So go somewhere else to find out.
Bridget, you should have answered them and said the conference full of no substance and pay bad mind.
Watch it.
Tell him that the conference full of no substance and lacking leadership and collection plate.
Me not tell them no, let them move. They know exactly what happened.
One thing we know, say Mark Golden can't talk for saving life. Handicap that. The man so have key, have key in everything, boy.
Well,
in Patois have key.
Carl, Mark Cliff Station, JLP Station. He did that today at the conference, Carl. Did he do that?
They have been saying that long ago.
Yeah, but we can't go on conferences if it's a different level you're going to, Ian.
Say yes, Carol, say yes.
What you said, on?
Say yes.
No, what you're saying to me? No, what I'm saying is, from last night, everybody's silent and everything, and them go through, and them couldn't call up Andrew name. All them saying, what you're saying to me? Them saying, wait till Tuesday. Wait till Tuesday, the final, the reading of the paper in Parliament. Them say they don't believe we leak. They say it leak, you know. Then if it leak, why you want to believe? Why you say it leak then? I know it then.
Him say, Mark Bolin say, is move to 8. And when he moves to 8, by Tuesday, it's going to move to 12.
Yeah, so what more things to come out and him not talk. No, because him couldn't talk because through go here one sound say, Andrew clean, and everybody silent. Him can't talk neither because him turn cool. Him never know that the fiber leak out is a liar, fabrication that. So all know what is fabrication and what not fabrication. So when them there leak out the 6 and after they say the 6 and a JLP.
All PNP are not platform take. When you should have glad no get a count for out of conference. Only get for out of no conference. Only get for out of no conference.
Nothing. Broke packet.
Nothing. Them going home with them lunch money gone. Them do it to them, you know. Because them don't give them more money. They give them the lunch money and take it from them and them go home. And them still don't feel no way because them say them help them party to win. Them can them. So them dumb. Them really dumb.
The man attack and he can't energize the crowd at all, but
Lord have mercy.
But look at L.A. Lewis. L.A. Lewis across right across Jamaica. Break the law. Every minute him and the police them in Ireland and a man they put on stage. You see me tell you? L.A. Lewis brought the highway. Every Lewis in a law. Every minute lock him up and came go court and him. Them use as a representative in draw crowd.
You don't see the police them turn them back. You don't see them turn them back when them are going.
No, the police them turn them back.
Says ex-con at the meeting.
L.A. Lewis get more forward more than Mark Golden.
And Curry, we make sure with the Prime Minister.
Hey, no, say Isaac a 2-time him got prison.
And Isaac, jump on stage.
2-time him got prison, 2-time.
No criminal.
But the cartel never come at the conference. What would happen?
And him then use it as a little rivalry.
But we're not
Let me talk. The people they not got conference to Mark Golden. They got conference to cartel.
But what is the difference? Why cartel go there? Coming is not different.
Or they want to show him face, so I think them say it will pull more vote when the time comes. Same with the PNP.
The people ain't go there just to see him because
cartel ain't go to see.
And nobody never see him.
Me just know the cartel are gonna lose some fans. That's all I know.
Man, we have to stop calling name there, no. God, no.
No, man. That's not relevant.
Well, I'm involved in politics, man. In the name of stop calling.
The more get one feet, to run.
He put
The
himself
more
in
you
there.
call him name, the more he get popular.
Let me say this to you guys. Cartel concert is coming up the 31st of December, but yet him sell him ticket them already because him don't know say if him did go a conference today and he sell the ticket him would have get flat because he does not have PNP supporters alone. He have supporters who support the other party, also independent supporters who is outside in.
They must sell back them ticket. I'll tell you that people are vexed.
So guess what? He gonna flap himself right here so because you can't mix up politics with business. Why Beanie Man? I didn't hear anything about Beanie Man. Beanie Man a PNP.
But him already flap himself already. Him already flap himself already.
Him pass
no
him.
Man.
If they get the chair as him forget neither.
No man, Mark Golden bring down disgrace for the country today and to the diaspora. He make Jamaica feel like we are nothing, man. Why them do this?
PNP gone to the street now. PNP gone to the street now. Not upon I pedestrian anymore.
Why them do this today?
That means
Because
we don't need nobody for pull your crowd, my dear child.
You know why I'm doing it? Because him could have used Andrew. Him could have used Andrew to wild up the crowd. He thought that the other one would have been. He thought cartel would have arrived up the crowd for him.
No, Jasmine, I talk about what we need somebody to pull crowd. We don't need a soul, my love. We don't need help. We don't need any help.
No, we have decent people. We have people can bring crowd, and we don't have to use no artists to bring crowd because we have our own crowd.
Plus, we don't have to use nobody of any scrupulous circumstances in life. We don't have to go down below the belt.
Most of the people in sit down when cartel come.
Let me tell you, you never.
Listen, man. Cartel. Well,
put the bands on the ground. Put the bands on the get more cheer than him. Who do they get more cheer than him?
Somebody have to come talk about if we carry Wayne. If we even carry Wayne, nothing wrong, because Wayne is not a frigging criminal.
But on a crowd win election, a vote win election,
Thank you.
I respect him say how much thousands strong.
But Andrew himself, let me tell you something. Why we go to the conference? Because of Andrew. Andrew carried the crowd. Andrew pulled the crowd himself. And each MP in them area pull them own crowd because the people love all of the MP for JLP. Am I wrong or right?
You have a thing where you call momentum and energize. So once you see the momentum and energize thing there,
yeah,
that help bring out people.
Right. So all the JLP people, stalwart them, them beautiful, them handsome, them nice, they're good people.
Plus, guess what? JLP people, them are not broke people because we are working people.
Right.
And then ask if you know, then pick up collection when we go a conference.
Me
And
watch
we don't want to hand out.
me watch the commentator them on CVM where I carry the thing live, and when them a talk about it, and them a say, "Oh, the conference," I say, "Yeah, the conference it was alright. It was alright." They no feel at all.
No, because the man never said nothing new. He only peer pressure gave him a call. And I say, him go dig up Mama P this and Mama P policy and Mama P this and Mama P that. And Mama P might use to wait to say
It don't no sense. It don't no sense.
That means
Because
him
he should
have
have not
no
even
rating.
he should have not even remember about Mama P policy because he remember say Mama P policy was the worst policy and people so majority Jamaican not even want to hear her name right now. Only the comrade them alone.
Hello? Mama P never faced the media none at all.
Rid of him.
Mama P, let me tell you, I saw them steal. I saw them steal. Let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you, PNP steal. Let me say this. I'm gonna let you talk.
Moderator, you need a moderator.
Hello, my panel. I'm going to let the new person who are just coming in the box, their 2 cents. Hello? Okay?
All right, I can go ahead.
I'm going to take Jack first. Jack?
Okay, all right, good. Thanks. Let me say something, you see. When you have to use a murder convict, a druggist, and a vlogger who is a ragtag person to inspire people to vote for a party because they don't have a political philosophy, they don't have a political ideology, they don't have ideas that can motivate and inspire. It shows clearly the depth of desperation at where that party is. But then again, no one should be surprised because remember, the party was franchised.
Somebody taping the live? Or what's the live?
The party was franchised, and Mark Bolin bought his share of the party, and therefore he's using it in his way. That is, to some extent, consistent with the old political talk and the old political views at the PNP, and therefore nothing much was expected, and him lived true to him word. I'll further say this. The vagueness and emptiness in which that speech was given, it would take maybe it would struggle a third farmer to grasp the concept and the whole view as to what it was meant to be, what it is that they should look forward to. The difference between Andrew and Mark is that when Andrew is giving a speech as it relates to public policy, he's very specific, he's deliberate, and he's definitive.
All right,
so you know exactly what he's talking about and how he's going to get there. I did not see
Now let him finish what he has to say. He's making some good sense there.
Right? The idea behind the PNP is that they don't have any policy. They don't have any policy that is of any real value. Because Mark was all over the place. He mentioned about JPS and JPS not having any we're not up with what is required in the technology that would be needed to make energy cheaper. He did not specify what he's going to do, what would be the cost, and how that would work out as a value-added thing to his policy.
Sir, after your program,
mentioned that he's going to make some adjustment to the courts.
Because
as we understand it, the court as it is in need of repair and reconstruction, and laws need to be amended. He was not specific on that either. He was not definitive. Nobody can tell me that Mark said he's going to address the whole issue, say, pertaining to child molestation, child murder, all that sort of thing. He was not specific about that. So when you have a man like that, and then you have people, by the way, I noticed that there was a lot of empty chairs in the 7.4 points ahead party. Empty chairs in a party that is 7.5 something percent ahead as they claim. Something just don't add up. We're expecting full chairs, motivated crowd, riled up crowd, boosted crowd, inspired crowd to be in that place. That was not the case today.
It's true because I was on the road traveling from downtown to Maypen and I was on Spanish Town Road and not a vibrancy at all. I was on the road. You're right.
I'll pause at this point when I'll pause after making this point.
Okay, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yes, but me ask, because me not talk so long. What crime cartel commit?
You don't know the crime.
Hold on a second, let me respond to him.
I want to tell like a Jezebel. Sorry, Peter. I want to tell
Mike, get him off the box.
Get him off the box now.
Time come, no boy, time come. Time come.
That's the ride.
Time come. PNP time. Mark Bullen, one Mark G.
Take this political steroid out the box. Get out the box. You're so illiterate.
That's still news. I want all the baby know.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We all love our Prime Minister, right? We love Andrew. So I have something. I just send a message to my Prime Minister right now and the nasty PNP them.
You make me stronger.
Yes.
Make them know so we have time for them.
Girl, when we sit on the road today, it make us stronger for true. It's so true. When we sit on the road today, we stronger.